not be as effective anymore. Stormy Daniels will no longer be silent, and eating processed foods can lead to a higher risk of cancer.
Got a quarter? Open up your books to page 360.
Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Talking about inspirational quotes.
You gotta believe in yourself. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at GetSchool.com.
Welcome to the National Rundown. I'm Natasha Forden.
And I'm Sherry Cerrito.
A warning is sent to the FBI in September about a possible school shooting threat from a YouTube user with the same name as the suspect in Wednesday's campus shooting in Parkland, Florida. Ben Knight, a YouTube video blogger from Mississippi, noticed an alarming comment on a video he posted. This was one of at least 2 alleged threat reports about the suspected shooter that the FBI received, according to a law enforcement official. The special agent in charge of the Miami division confirmed that this morning that the Bureau received a tip last year about the YouTube comment. It's not clear whether the FBI ever identified the subject in the alleged threat report.
Coming up next, the flu vaccine may not be as effective as we thought it is.
Early estimates showed this season's flu vaccine has been 36% effective in preventing severe illness that would send a patient to the doctor. When it comes to the nasty flu strain dominating this season, H3N2, the CDC says the vaccine has been 25% effective in patients of all ages, but the numbers are better in young children.
From 6 months to 8 years of age, it's 51%. If you look at the effectiveness in those same children against both influenza A and B, it's as high as 59%.
Overall, the vaccine has been 67% effective against the H1N1 flu virus that's also circulating and 42% effective against flu B viruses.
Influenza virus has an extraordinary capability of what we call drifting from season to season. It changes, it mutates.
That's why several groups, including the National Institutes of Health, are working on a universal flu vaccine that would essentially give long-lasting protection against all flu viruses.
It's stunning, the amount of disease, and yet we have not been completely adequate in protecting the population with a vaccine.
Health experts hope to see some signs soon this severe flu season is finally reaching its peak. Meg Oliver, CBS News, New York.
The FBI says someone stole the left thumb off of a $400.5 million statue, at the Franklin Institute. 24-year-old Michael Rohana took selfies with one of the terracotta warriors before snapping off the thumb. A museum spokesperson says that the statue will be repaired, and the FBI traced the theft back to Rohana 5 days later. Rohana is currently cooperating with the FBI. And now, let's toss it to Jeff for the recent Olympics coverage and more.
The Olympic Games are well underway from Pyeongchang, South Korea. The United States is currently in 5th in the medal race. Team USA is being led by young talent, 17-year-old Chloe Kim and Red Gerard, both captured medals in snowboarding. And 31-year-old Shaun White won his 3rd career Olympic gold medal in men's halfpipe Tuesday night. He became the first Olympian with 3 gold medals in this event. Sticking with the Winter Games, hockey fans are disappointed the NHL players are not able to participate in this year's games. Team USA opened the men's hockey tournament with a disappointing 3-2 loss to Slovenia on Wednesday morning. The team's subpar performance has fans shaking their heads. Back to our side of the world, spring is in the air. Baseball is back. The Phillies are down in Clearwater for the start of spring training. Fans are hopeful that this team's young talent will start to show improvement and hope for a playoff run in their near future.
Coming up, Puerto Ricans, displaced by the Hurricane Maria faced FEMA deadline on housing.
Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
President Trump's personal attorney has confirmed that the $100,000 payment that Trump made to porn star Stormy Daniels was deemed lawful. Legal experts say that Trump paid Daniels to keep quiet about an alleged affair they had in 2006. Many of Trump's criticizers are using this news as material to question the president's ethics and whether he uses his wealth to keep people quiet.
Now, here's Akinda on the Netflix signing a big deal producer to join their company.
Netflix is snatching the next big producer. Ryan Murphy is known for his hit series American Horror Story. He will be producing shows for Netflix for the next 5 years. However, this doesn't necessarily mean Murphy has to say goodbye to his shows on FX and Fox. He settled on a $300 million deal with the network. Drake's charitability streaks continues after gifting a Florida maid with a $10,000 shopping spree on Saks Fifth Avenue. Along with a luxury spa and lobster dinner, he was inspired by the 63-year-old story in the paper, and he decided to treat the Haitian mother of 5. Kanye West wins a $10 million lawsuit against Lloyd's of London Insurance Company after they refused to pay for his financial losses he incurred for the Life of Pablo tour back in 2016.
Let's go to Chris Devine with our World News Minute.
This week on the World News Minute, the Dow Jones has been free-falling like the Tower of Terror. Starting this past Friday, the blue chip stock indicator began dropping at a record pace, dropping nearly 2,000 points over the course of 2 days. The nearly 1,200-point drop on Monday was the largest single-day point drop in the history of the U.S. stock market. Experts say there is nothing to fear, though, as the economy is adjusting itself due to its rapid growth over the last few months. Polish President Andrzej Duda says he will sign the country's controversial Holocaust bill. The new law would make it illegal to accuse the nation of complicity in crimes committed by Nazi Germany, including the Holocaust. It would also ban the use of terms such as, quote, Polish death camps. And finally, tensions are boiling over in South Africa as the country's parliament is asking President Jacob Zuma to step down. Zuma, who has reigned as the country's leader for almost a decade, has been accused of corruption and faces 783 counts of fraud, money laundering, and racketeering. That's the latest in the world news. I'm Chris Devine. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Chris. The U.S. government recently approved the first ever blood test that will help doctors diagnose traumatic brain injuries. Banyan Biomarkers will begin to mass produce the test kit. This will give the company an early lead in the biotech industry. The test does not detect concussions. These tests help detect 2 proteins present in brain cells that can leak into the bloodstream following a blow to the head.
CNN counterterrorism analyst Phil Mudd on Wednesday choked back tears as he discussed the grim details of our nation's latest school shooting. A massacre at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. that authorities say took the lives of at least 17 people. The Parkland shooting is among the top 10 deadliest mass shootings in modern U.S. history.
Puerto Rico has suspended a $133 million contract for hurricane relief given to the firm of President Donald Trump's former pick for a top FEMA position after an independent review board determined it was improperly awarded. A review board said Tuesday that the winning firm, Adjusters International, should have been disqualified for failing to comply with the requirements for the FEMA-funded contract that looked over repairs for 75,000 plus homes damaged by Hurricane Maria. The Puerto Rican Housing Department will respect the decision made by the review board and suspend the contract until an appeals court makes a determination. Actor Luke Wilson is being hailed as a hero for his actions in a deadly 3-vehicle incident on Tuesday. The accident involved Wilson, pro golfer Bill Haas, and a 50-year-old woman who was saved from the wreckage of her car by Wilson. Haas was riding in the passenger seat with Mark William Gibello, who is now deceased following the accident. Neither Wilson nor Haas were injured. However, the woman from the BMW was hospitalized for serious injuries.
Now let's welcome in our own Victoria Torvanda.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
So what was that bright light that sounded like thunder in the sky in Michigan?
So the bright light was actually a meteor. No one really knew what it was, but they figured that out and it's confirmed, so it was a meteor.
Great. And so why was it only visible in Michigan?
It was actually not only visible in Michigan, it was all over the United States and parts of Canada. People were submitting pictures from everywhere, so it was everywhere.
Great. Do you know what people reported seeing at all, or what were they?
Yeah, so they reported that their houses were shaking at some parts, and then it was a flashbulb kind of light going in the sky, and then it went to black.
Now, did any parts of this meteor hit the Earth at all, or was it just?
No, actually, it's very unlikely because most meteors are grape-sized. This one might have been a foot or two, but nothing hit, so everyone's safe.
Great.
Awesome. Thank you so much
for that.
The Olympic snowboarding champion Shaun White apologizes for letting an American flag drag on the ground in the aftermath of his victory. White authored that what will go down as one of the most unforgettable sequences of the Olympics, winning his 3rd gold medal. The happy moment was ruined for a few viewers because of the way White handled the flag. At a news conference Wednesday afternoon, White said he wasn't aware he had let the flag touch the ground. Coming up, Tyler shares his opinion on the Cleveland Cavaliers NBA trades.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
A European study shows that the ultra-processed foods has found that many can be linked to cancer. The study looked at medical records eating habits of nearly 105,000 adults who have kept track of their consumption over 3,000 different food items for almost 9 years. The researchers found that a 10% increase in consumption of processed foods was linked to a 12% rise in cancers.
Let's now go to Akenda Stewart for In My Opinion.
The NBA trade deadline was last week, and the Cleveland Cavaliers were making moves left and right. The Cavs had an underwhelming season, and in the month of January, they had a terrible stretch of games, winning 5 and losing 10. In my opinion, this team would have been lucky to make it out of the first round of the playoffs. The highlight of the Cavs' struggles seemed to be Isaiah Thomas, the point guard who was coming back from injury, but just couldn't seem to find his game. The Cavs saw that it was a good time to make a move. At the trade deadline, the Cavs made 2 blockbuster trades, one sending Isaiah Thomas to the Los Angeles Lakers. Through trades, the team brought in Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance Jr., George Hill, and Rodney Hood. In my opinion, this was an effort to shore up the defense and make the team younger. Since making the trade, the Cleveland Cavaliers are 4-0 and they've beaten some of the league's top talent. In my opinion, this trade saved their season. In my opinion, we're going to see the Cleveland Cavaliers in the finals once more. Thank you. Back to the desk.
Google has announced their decision to block full-page and auto-playing video ads. Websites have had 30 days to remove ads before blocking begins. According to a blog by Chris Benzel at Google, a survey of 40,000 U.S. European web users believe that the most inverse ads were full-page ads that hid the content of a web page. The ad industry is accepting the move, and Chrome will automatically block ads on sites that fail to better the ads standards.
And now here's Lance.
Listen, captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
What was that?
I think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new. Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened? Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
Google has announced the decision to block full-page and auto-playing video ads. Websites have 30 days to remove the ads before blocking begins. According to a blog by Chris Benzel at Google, a survey of 40,000 U.S. and European web users believe that the most intrusive ads were full-page ads that hid the content of a web page. The ad industry is accepting the move, and Chrome will automatically block ads on sites that fail the better ads standards.
And now, here's Lance with the roller coaster ride to expert for this week's weather.
All right, guys, thank you for joining me. Today, if you paid attention, you notice that temperatures were a little, warm for this time of year. They bopped out around 66 degrees. Tonight, temperatures will continue to stay warm. Of course, it's going to drop a little bit. We'll have some rain, so break out the umbrellas, raincoats. Low will be 58 degrees. Tomorrow, and through the rest of the 5-day forecast. Tomorrow especially will be 60 degrees. Temperatures will still stay about where they're at right now. We will have some rain. So again, keep everything out. Prepare for temperatures to drop. It will plummet down to 24 degrees at night. Any rain that fell will more than likely freeze. Saturday, high of 35. Locally, it will stay around there. Rain, if things fall, it may freeze. Depending where you're at, you will see snow, of course, rain, and some freezing rain. So keep an eye out for that. Low tomorrow night will be 29 degrees. Sunday, 50 degrees as a high, sunny skies, 31 as a low. Monday, about the same thing, except the rain's going to move in, high 51, low 46. Tuesday, we're going to about 70 degrees. 68 as a high under partly cloudy skies, 56 as a low. It remains to be a little bit warm, but just be prepared for those roller coaster temperatures. Let's go take a look outside of our weather window. All right, and as we look outside of our weather window, you might as well get used to looking at puddles, because that's what we're going to see for the next couple of days before things start to dry up and clear out, just like this. Obviously there's rain puddles, things like that. It'll start to dry up here and there, maybe Saturday and a Sunday. That's about it, but it doesn't matter where you are, whether it's a city, suburb, anywhere you're going to see a lot of rain. So, you guys, fluctuating temperatures. Things are going to get a little crazy. One day you're going to wear your heels, next day your Uggs. Hopefully you guys, do you have any plans this weekend?
Yeah, a lot of ups and downs this weekend.
Or rain boots. Do you have any plans this weekend?
No, I don't.
I got
I'm
nothing.
just probably going to stay indoors and away from the rain.
Okay.
And
snuggle up with all the rain.
There you go.
Right.
Stay out of the weather. Stay out of there. It's going to be wet.
Correct. For traffic, will there be any issues caused by the rain?
We're going to hope there's no issues with the rain. Obviously, there's going to be, it's going to rain during the morning, during the night. It's going to affect commuting rush.
So throughout the whole weekend?
Honestly, just be ready.
Okay,
just be ready
thank
for the
you.
elements.
Great.
No problem.
And that will do for the National Rundown. I'm Natasha Forden.
And I'm Sherry Cerrito.
Thank you, and have a good night.